Hey, traders, welcome back. Episode 38. Connor, how are you, sir?
Scotty Manley Hour, I'm well. How are you?
And to the viewers as well, it is a little bit later, but Connor is here, and it's been a busy morning and an afternoon for you, but thank you for joining us.
Got it done, mate. I'm
You,
here.
you did,
Here.
you did.
So,
All right, so guys, and first and foremost, before I get into this, I've actually remembered risk disclaimer, risk disclaimer. So this is just a podcast that Connor and I do just to educate and to show you what we're doing, and it's not professional financial advice. So don't go in and open up a live account and start trading based on what we're doing. Please, learn learn the stuff beforehand. Don't just jump in and trade, and seek professional financial advice. Walter Peters is probably a good way to start. And get some books and get educated, and don't trade with real money straight away. That's just damaging. Now, Connor, I've got the Aussie dollar up. So to the people that do watch my other stuff as well, you would have seen me mention this, and I got in at 73.7 just with the execution with Oanda. And it's not looking too bad right now. You've got the chart up there on the 4 hour, Connor. How would you
yeah.
sort of gauge this? Obviously, it is a little bit stubborn though, getting through lower.
Yeah, well, it looks like it's sort of broken out of a box. I mean, yeah, the trend goes down, but there's a sideways range there for a while, isn't there, if you would agree?
Yeah,
And
yeah, it is.
there's been a breakout from there, and now it may look, it's been wicky, and now it may look that it's maybe getting further down. Hopefully it can really break I'll just have a quick look. There's that wicky candle that I'd like it to break, which isn't too far away from doing it,
Yeah.
like 0.75659.
Yeah, I see
So if you
that.
got below that, you might be on a roll.
Mm. Well, see, I
No,
mean,
like
yeah, I've got the
we got to
stop
like
loss pretty high.
7.5.
Yeah, where do I have the stop loss? Everyone is at 77,499, so that is considerably
Yeah, that's
above.
hot.
Yeah, it is. It
Well,
is.
that's ages away.
But I'm chasing, my target is 74 cents flat. So
Yeah.
it's
Well, yeah.
got a bit of work to do. But guys, like if you're watching this and you're going, you got to be patient. That's, we trade this, it's more set and forget. So you put the trade on, and then unless it moves really in your favor, you'd move a stop loss to break even or something like that. But yeah, so it's more set and forget right here. And
Yeah.
I think that's probably covered the Aussie dollar. It's definitely going to be a waiting game. So I'll get the Euro Swiss up on the daily time frame.
Yeah, so on the daily time frame, so if you want to show where I got in,
Yep. And I do.
Um,
We've got a screenshot here
hey.
as well.
yeah, you probably just show it on the screenshot to be completely.
Yeah. So you explain your thoughts on things right now.
Well, it's not looking too bad. I mean, it really needs to get past, if you could see. So where I got in, Scotty.
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
like a little couple of wicks there.
Yep.
Now, it really needs to bust past those couple of wicks, I think, for it to be for me to feel comfortable about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might be onto a winner. Unless it breaks through those wicks, I might be a bit iffy and think that it might just be hitting a range.
Mm.
See what goes on. But I mean, I nearly got stopped out, and what sort of saved me is that I give a little bit of, I have loose stops.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
and if I had got stopped out, I wouldn't have cared, because I would have really known it was truly over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I
That's
was
right.
truly wrong. My psychology, what I can't stand is if I had just put the stop loss underneath my where I got in,
Yeah.
and then I got busted out, and then it took off. I'm like, you know what? If I was just a little, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can handle it when I'm completely wrong,
That's
but
it.
if I was just off because I was a little bit greedy with the stop loss,
Yeah.
it depends. Look
Yeah.
at it. But that's how I look at it. I would have kicked myself. You know what I mean?
And I think a lot of traders, in the beginning would put it down there anyway. So then they would all say the market's rigged and everything, and
Yeah,
but it's more
but-
tactical from the other traders because they know.
But that's exactly. Sorry to interrupt. That's exactly what I think, though, because you hear about this, and I don't know whether it's true, but you hear about these professional traders, these big, hedge funds, looking to wick out around those areas.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like you hear about them, but if you put it in an obscure spot,
yeah, yeah.
then maybe people aren't, because they'll wick it out and then they'll buy and try and get it to go back up. Whether or not that's true,
I think that's a good example of this, really, because and then they take their stops out, and then it spikes it, and better value buys as well. So no, I think that's got a lot of upside potential, and I like the euro as well. We could go to the euro Turkish lira now.
Yeah. Go to the. So I suggested this one for you because
you did. It was a good
system to me. How is it looking? I've got to find it. You just talk about it. I'll hear it.
So it was a good call. Like on the daily chart as well, it's even probably better. And I just didn't have. It was a little frustrating because I just didn't get a signal. But I mean, currently as is, that previous candle would nearly be worthy. I mean, it has sort of faded away a little bit, but you could nearly call this a potential bounce, and it might. I mean, the trend is really nice.
The only thing that sort of worries me is about 4, 5 candles away. It's that big bearish one.
Yeah,
quite a candle. That's quite a big. That's bigger than the last. Easy, the last 10 candles.
It is.
So, but I mean, it depends on. You're using a different system to what I use.
Really, I would probably wait for it to clear that. Really, if I was being fully conservative, which I should be, I would wait for price to clear above that, because you're right, that is a pretty bearish. I mean,
when you look at the candles before it, it's bigger easily than the last sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9. Yeah, 9 candles, and if you include the wick, you might even say 10 candles.
Yeah, it would be like with the wick there as well. It's quite significant. It could. I mean, some people, reverse traders, could say it's a bit of a parabolic type move here, because you've got at the very top of that where it started to reverse, you've got a bit of a wicky kangaroo looking tail.
Yeah.
And then that's the first push down. Then that's the second push down. And I remember James Kensington was big on this. Like when he said reversals, like to avoid getting faked out, you look for a second. So you're probably going to have a lot of sellers interested here as well. So it is interesting, but if you can get a push up higher, it might be.
If you go onto the weekly chart, I mean, it's reaching new highs.
Oh, yeah, look at that,
There's nothing to say that there's no resistance to suggest that it wouldn't go higher.
Yeah, that's true. So I guess it's good to have a perspective from, this high up now with the weekly time frame. Yeah, so that maybe it's just a bit of noise on the 4 hour, because I was just on the 4 hour then. So, and the daily.
And it's interesting if you go back to it, it's sort of similar, a little bit similar to my Euro Swissy trade. And if you were to go onto the weekly for that, that's really now in the weekly, it's actually reaching new highs on the weekly.
Which the Euro Swiss looks better than the for a trend continuation.
I'm not sure if you've got it on you, but if you look at it on the weekly,
I do.
That sucker could just keep going up to basically where the Franco-Geddon happened.
Yeah, there's potential there, isn't it? Because the Euro Turkish lira looks like it's been going on for so long that there's more potential for it to, collapse a little bit. But this one, it's just started to take off, really. So you've probably got more value here than on the.
It's just hit it's sort of now hit a nice if we're talking about the Swissy, it's hit a nice support line, and for the week it's really taken off. So that could be good. That could be good.
We've got time actually. We could discuss your Kiwi trade as well. That didn't quite work out, but it might be a good little lesson for people who are interested. So that was
just me being, just doing a box trade.
Yeah.
I'll just find I've got it here. So I took it a while ago. I took it back on about the 8th of November. No, I didn't. I lied. Yeah, about the 8th of November at 8.
Yep.
8 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah.
And it just broke out through a box.
Oh, okay. So you're looking for a sell trade?
I was looking. I was looking for a buy trade. Now, yeah, it's hard without me showing you the box. But anyway, it broke above a box, so I took
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
and it actually reversed. So
It has a
no,
little bit.
you
It's
can see.
been, yeah, it's a little frustrating because the Kiwi was looking like it had found a little bit of strength, but now it's sort of,
I'll send it. I'll send it to you quickly. You might actually be able to see
yeah,
my.
yeah, I can, that's going to work. That'll work.
Okay, so I just sent it to you. You'll see where my box was, and then you'll see the bullish candle that it broke above.
Yeah,
The bullish
yep.
candle that broke above the box. So I thought I'll put my stop loss underneath the box, and it just didn't happen.
Oh, yeah, that's cleared it up nicely. So as you can see, guys, that's, yeah, that's what's happened
But
there.
you can see the method to my madness.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it did really aggressively.
yeah, like it just got a cup above those couple of wicks, and then as you can imagine, I put my stop loss just below the box,
Yeah,
and then supposed to just go, go to the off to the races, but it didn't. So
yeah, I know. Yeah, now it's sort of, but I guess that's, guys, it's important to know you have your set risk. You know what you're going to lose potentially, and then you move on to the next setup. And it's been good to see that there's been, quite a few setups happening actually recently. So, I mean, trend trading wise, we'll see. I mean, hopefully something comes out of this Aussie dollar trade, and I think the Euro Swiss probably looks like the pick of the month so far. That's looking pretty sweet. But kind of that's us pretty much done. Anything to add to the viewers?
no, that's a lot. We've covered what we've been looking at.
38 episodes as well.
How's the back testing going for you?
Back testing isn't too bad. I'm doing the trend trading stuff, but I think what I will do is what you're sort of doing, because you sort of can capture some profits when things aren't trending. And I'm realizing,
With it, you don't have to put in any support and resistance lines. You
yeah, I
just
like
look for
that.
a box.
Yeah,
So you have
yeah,
to muck about with your back testing so much.
yeah.
When you sort of keep put on all those lines at the start. I don't bother doing that. I mean, if you did, you might even be more profitable. But at the moment, I'm just seeing if it works.
Yeah,
It seems to look going to work.
yeah. Excellent,
Yeah.
guys. Well, stay tuned in for that as well. We might be discussing some back testing of that as well. Thank you for watching. Connor, thanks for joining us.
All right, take care.